Hi now friends, it's Miranda and welcome back to Corgis Wine and Nails. If you hear a corgi walking around loudly and making lots of noise, it's because there's one that lives here. His name is Ryder and he might bark. He likes to be featured in these videos. We do have a little bit of wine and we're gonna have some fun nail stuff to do today. So I know my little spot here is already a little messy. I was kind of experimenting and I think I like what I'm gonna do here for a look today. So I'm excited to show you what this is going to be. I haven't labeled these yet because this is new, but I will show you here. I'm going to use Amethyst from the Revel Nail Treasure Trove collection. And so that collection has like a gemstone vibe, and this one's Amethyst. I love it. I'm a big purple fan. And then this is new. This is their mirror chrome collection, and so this one's called Legend. It's this gorgeous purple, but it's a 2-in-1 powder. So basically, you can dip it where it's going to look like a glitter, and that's what this is, just with dip liquids. Or you can chrome it. You do need to use gel and a lamp to get the chrome effect. And so I'll be chroming it over dip powder. I don't have a black, like just a pure black. I'm just not cool enough to wear black, I feel like. So all my blacks have glitters in them. But this is from the Advent calendar. It's AC198, and it makes a really, really dark purple. I know it's not gonna look as dark here, but once you apply it, actually here's the swatch. Let me show you. So it's like a really dark purple. So I'm gonna dip 2 dips of that and then chrome this mirror chrome powder on top, and it's going to give us this effect. So yeah, it should be fun, and I hope that you guys like this look. So we will get started. To get started, I'm going to use my Revel dip liquids. So that's what I have here. So it's the Probase, the Activator, and the number 3 finish gel, which is the liquid for the dip, and the dip top. And so first I try to do flat colors before I get into glitters. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip the nail that I'm going to chrome and kind of like get that one out of the way so I don't contaminate it with a bunch of glitters. So I have my my Probase here. This is an older style bottle. They have new bottles now. And my nails are already prepped. So I am just going to do 2 coats here. And it's gonna be just really easy. I think this is dark enough, and you know, that's why I tested earlier, that it's going to make a nice mirror effect. I am buying Barbara, so I'm looking forward to doing more of the mirror chrome looks. I do have the whole collection, and all of the colors look absolutely stunning. Just using a toothpick to go around my cuticle line, make a nice clean look like that, and then brush off the excess. I did kind of miss a spot there, so I'm going to make sure I get that coverage on this second go round. So no big deal. Just come back and make sure that you're getting your entire nail covered, but you're not touching your cuticles. So I'm really interested to see all of the looks because people are starting to get their mirror chrome collections now. And I just think it's fun that it's 2 different looks with 1 powder. And I tried a different color. It's called Crown. It's a rose gold, and it was really, really beautiful. So now I'm excited to try the purple one. Okay, so that was easy. I can go ahead and activate this nail because I'm going to use gel moving forward for the chrome effect. Sorry if you hear my family making noise in the background. It's just one of those things that they live here too, you know? Okay, so I want this nail to be the Treasure Trove, the Amethyst. And then I'm gonna have, so my pointer and my pinky will be Amethyst, and then my middle and my thumb are going to look just like the regular glitter version of MR Legend. So I am going to, I'm sorry, MR7 Legend. So let's see, it doesn't really matter because they're both glitters, but since I have this out and I'm excited to show you it, you can kind of get a hint of what the chrome's gonna look like. Pretty cool, huh? And then that's what it's gonna look like as a glitter. So let's do this, where I'm gonna go ahead and put the Probase on my middle finger. And I'm just gonna lay it flat in here. Tap, 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 tap. Look how pretty this is already. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm letting it kind of soak in a little, and I'm gonna lightly dust off. If you can hear my dog making noise, I'm so sorry. It's just how it is when you live with a corgi. This is gorgeous. Honestly, I could get away with just one dip of this. It's so beautiful, and it's full coverage. I feel like I am gonna go ahead and do one more dip just because I like the strength of the dip on my nails. It helps to keep them from breaking, and I finally got my nails to grow out after I did this like this chop on them that was a little bit of a impulsive thing to do. And now they're finally all back to one length, and I'm like desperately trying to make sure that I do not break them. I did break my pinky finger, or my pinky nail on my other hand, and so I have a tea bag tip on that one, but that was my fault because I let my nails go naked for a day, and that was just dumb. It's like I knew better. You may do that, where you're just like dancing with the devil, like you know what's gonna happen. Like you know bad things are gonna happen. So that is what happened, and look how pretty this is. So sparkly. Okay, I'm gonna do my thumb with the same thing. I'll probably cut this part out because you already saw one nail, and you know what to expect. Okay, so I just finished doing the dips of Legend, and they're super glittery and sparkly. And then I am going to do this really beautiful one. It's called Amethyst. I have not used it yet either. So the mirror chrome and the amethyst are new to my collection. And I just love purples and lavenders. You know, I love pinks and everything else like that too, but really like purples speak to my heart. So I like to put mine in a cupcake liner, and then I'm going to dip and lay flat, and that helps to pick up all these chunky glitters. So it's gonna be, let's see, make sure I'm staying in frame, because sometimes I like to make it, you know, a video where you can't see what I'm doing, which is always the worst. I hate when that happens. I seriously cringe so hard. I'm like, why couldn't I just stay in frame for like 10 minutes? Okay, here is, decided that was the spot that I wanted. Here is me dipping, and then I'm just going to go around my cuticles first, real quick, and then I'm gonna pat and lay down these glitters. These chunky glitters are actually very, very malleable. They're very soft and flexible, and they are really, really, really beautiful. So I'm gonna do 2 dips of this, and then I will do a dip of clear over the top and lock them in. So that's what that looks like so far. Really beautiful. I'm kind of tempted to just lock it in like that, but I think it will deepen up if I do one more. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's get this one at the second coat. And, okay, shake it up. Look at all the pretty glitters at the top. And then find your spot and just lay flat down. Don't touch all the way to the bottom because you don't want to like smudge or anything, but just lay like a good flat motion, and it will pick up all these beautiful glitters. I'm gonna go ahead and get the edges cleaned again with a toothpick. And if you guys can hear my dog, again, I know I keep saying I'm sorry, but he has diabetes, so he just is kind of funny sometimes. So he likes to be right next to me, and he's right now like all huffing and puffing, just being goofy, because he just ate a bone, and I don't know, he's like digesting that, I guess. Okay, so here is what that looks like. Let me dust it off a little bit. And we'll do a clear dip on that. I'm gonna go ahead and do this finger. I'm gonna cut for a second, and you'll see it's just the same process on my pinky. Next up, I'm going to use my Revel Vivian Clear. I have a big jar of it, and I just pour out what I need. It's actually really low. I'm gonna order some more, but I just pour out what I need, because then that way I don't contaminate my entire jar with glitter. But that's all I really need to cover up these glitter nails anyway, so that's perfect. And I'm just going to do on these glitter nails, dip a base, and then I'm going to dip in the clear. As an alternative, I could just use the tack-free gel top coat, and that would give it a really nice, glossy, smooth outcome as well. But I really I'm in the habit of always encapsulating all my glitters, and that's just what I'm in the mood to do. Whenever you're using a chunky glitter like this, if you have a little sample baggie, you can tell mine's a little dirty because I've used it, but you can just tap down the clear powder. You can do this too before you use the clear to make sure it lays really, really flat. And that will seal in those glitters nice and smooth. I think I'm gonna do one more dip of the clear, because I just wanna make sure this stays like extra, extra glossy and shiny, and that I do not cut into any of the glitters. So I'm gonna do a thin coat and one more dip. I'll do the same on my pinky, and just kind of pat down, make sure everything is nice and packed in there smooth. Very, very easy. And then I don't have to do this either for this mirror chrome nail if I don't want to, the one that looks like glitter. I could use the gel, but again, I'm curious to see what it looks like, if it's encapsulated. And the funny thing about when you put the clear on, I always kind of joke with my mom when I do her nails, I'm like, it's gonna look worse before it looks better, because it makes it cloudy until you buff and file and then put on your final top coats. But once you do that, it's gonna be really, really glossy and pretty. So I hope to show you that very soon. I'm gonna do the same for these nails. Okay, so I have encapsulated, and then if you can see all those little tiny purple glitters now in that clear powder, then you can keep this for, it doesn't really matter if you have like another colored glitter. You don't have to throw this away. Since it already has like little glitter strays in there, you can keep it for another colored glitter because it'll just kind of blend right in. So I kind of just put that back, like since this jar is empty, I'll probably just keep it in there. Okay, so I have an old nail brush, and I'm just going to dust off all the excess. And activate. I know my activator looks like really old. I just refilled this bottle. It's an old bottle, and I just keep refilling it. So I get the 2-ounce refills from Revel, which I think is just like really affordable to just, I already put activator in this one, but it doesn't hurt that I'm putting on more. It's totally fine. And soak all of these up with a good coat. You don't have to be careful really with the activator. You can kind of slap it on a little and just make sure you get a good dose. And you can kind of feel it sink in. It's like kind of cold. in my opinion. It kind of like feels cool when you feel it sinking in. All right, so I'm going to clean up all my nails with my nail file. I'm gonna use this side, it's the finer side, and I'm going to shape everything up, and then I'm going to buff my nails with just a regular buffing block, and then I will use my e-file, my electronic file drill, which I'm like making all this noise trying to dig out of my drawer here. So it's a new one, it's a little cordless one, it's been working great, it's super quiet. Here, let me turn it on for you. Hear how quiet that is? So anyways, I'm gonna do that right around my cuticles and clean them up. But I'm gonna do all that off camera because I have tons of videos that you guys can see me shaping and filing. So go check those out, but I wanna make sure that this video is not a million years long. Okay, so I just filed, shaped, and buffed. I wanted to show you what it looks like. It's all dusty. I'm gonna go rinse. And we're gonna do the fun stuff where you start seeing the mirror chrome, and then you're gonna see all the glossiness coming through. It's gonna be a good time. Okay, so I'm all cleaned up, and I'm actually loving how the advent calendar AC19-8 looks just like this. I love this deep purple as an accent. I think it goes so great with these colors. But we are still gonna do our mirror chrome. I just put a little, the paper towel that I was wiping my hands off when I was drying them from rinsing down to kind of cover up a little bit of the glitter. Not that it matters because I'm gonna make more of a glitter mess here. But I'm getting Legend back out, and I'm gonna start here. These applicators came with, you can get the whole collection. I wanna say it's $65 for the entire collection, plus the applicators, plus your tack-free gel top coat, if I'm remembering. But I'll put all the info, like pricing info in the description box. But you can add on these little applicators if you just get a single color. And you can also add on the applicator and the gel polish if you need to. So I'm gonna get one of those out. Let's just set it down for a sec because we are going to use the gel first. You do need a lamp. My lamp's over here out of shot. Let's go ahead. This gel, it's the tack-free gel top coat, but it is really, really, really thick. So I'm wiping both sides of the brush, and I'm going to, I kind of started a little bit like up from my cuticle line, and then I'm gonna kind of push back and not touch my cuticles, but make sure I'm fully covering that dip, and then slowly pulling up. You do not want like any like dust or like any fuzzies. You do not want anything to get into your gel because it will disrupt that mirror chrome effect. And you want to pull up slow because you want it to like really lay down flat. And I was watching a really great YouTube video the other day where if you kind of hold your brush a little bit more horizontal, like flat to your nail versus like up like that, then you can get like a really smooth, even coat where it just like floats onto your nail. So that's what I'm doing. And you can kind of move the gel around a little bit, you know? It doesn't dry right away like your base top, I'm sorry, your base or your dip top does. And I'm gonna kind of wipe the edge. I'm gonna make sure to get all the way to the side walls here. And then cap your edges. Kind of make sure you got like along the sides here because you really want that mirror chrome to wrap around and you don't want any like bald spots. So I'm just making sure everything is really nice and smooth, if there's no fuzzies or dust. And I'm pretty happy with how that looks. I know that was kind of slow going, but I really wanted to make it beautiful. So I'm gonna cure this for 30 seconds and then I'll be right back. Okay, that's cured for 30 seconds. Look how shiny the tack-free gel top coat is. so pretty. That's just 30 seconds, so it's not fully cured. What we're gonna do is dip it into Legend, and it kind of like chromes itself right away. It's so crazy. Dust it off. And can you tell, like, it's already looking like it's chromed? And I'm just going to gently rub, just lightly rub with this applicator. And it's like so shiny. It's crazy how good this effect is, and it was so instantaneous. Like, can you believe that these are the same product? Isn't that the craziest thing? It's just applied in a different manner with that gel top coat, and it's gorgeous. So love this mirror chrome effect. And so I'm kind of just dusting off the edges now. Let's see. And I can clean up a little bit where it touched my skin, no problem. I'll just like kind of like scrape that off my skin because the gel's still a little soft. But let me dust off the bottom of my finger too. And do a little dust off. So what I'm gonna do is cure this. I got some glitter on this other finger. Okay, so I'm gonna cure this for another 30 seconds. And then I'll put one more coat of the gel top coat on. Okay, so that is now fully cured because I did 30 seconds. I did the chrome and then the other 30 seconds. So I am going to finish with the final top coat of this. If I wanted to, I could go ahead and apply this top coat to all the nails and just cure them all at once. I just really love the dip top coat, and I don't know, I'm just used to it, so it's one of those things that it would probably save me a lot of time if I did just stick to doing this gel top coat on everything, but I don't know, I just like to do, you know, what I'm accustomed to. But I'm gonna cure that for 90 seconds, and then I'm gonna come back and finish up these nails real quick. Okay, so this nail is now cured for 60 seconds and it's perfectly dry, shiny, smooth, beautiful. We're going to finish our dip process on these nails. So I'm gonna put my activator on these. And excuse that my bottle is kind of old and gunky looking, but it works, man. I'm gonna keep this bottle until I die because I have the refills, so I just keep filling them up. And then all four of these nails, I did not have to reactivate because I was putting the gel on this one. And if you're curious about the steps, it comes with a card, right, with instructions, the mirror chrome. So don't worry, you have like kind of like a little cheat sheet, you know. So I'm gonna let this soak in for maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and then I'm going to wipe with my paper towel. I'll be right back. Okay, so that's soaked in. I didn't want to make you guys wait. And so I'm just gonna wipe really, really, really good. I've heard some people use cotton pad with alcohol to wipe, and you know, I think that works maybe for some people. I haven't had any really problems with the Revel system as far as like making my brush hard or anything. Watch me say that, maybe today's the day, but I've always liked the Revel liquids. I've tried others too, but I love the Revel top coat. And so you're probably gonna notice that my bottle doesn't look like a Revel bottle, and that's because I do have the refills. So I had an empty bottle that was just a clean empty bottle, and I put my refill of Revel top coat into that bottle, and so that's why. You can believe me or not, I could show you my refill, but that's what I do. I probably should just buy like the whole new set of the liquids and just like treat myself, you know? Maybe I will, but it's been working so far. So I did one coat. When you're doing this first initial coat, try not to do a lot of swipes. So try to just do like 3 swipes, like 1 down the middle and then 1 on each side. And I always try to wipe my brush so that I don't harden it. Here, I'm actually just gonna prop my finger on this on this dip. Okay, and then I got too much liquid on there. So just 2, 3 quick swipes. And then do a finer, like more pristine coat on your last coat. You just kind of want to get like that first, just like 3 swipes. And it's already looking so fun and sparkly. I hope you guys like this look. I hope you guys are having fun. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for about 45 seconds and I'll come back and do the second coat. Okay, so when I cut, I pulled my Mani Assistant out of the my little nail pal. It's actually what it's called, from Nail Prop Shop, out of my drawer. I was like, I know it's here nearby, but I didn't want to like fidget while I was on camera. So I grabbed it and I was happy because I knew I was keeping it close by. Okay, so I'm gonna do a really like nicer coat. You can do like a couple more swipes when you do the second coat. Don't do like a million swipes though, because you could make the, I'm like trying to say the same thing at the same time. You could make it look cloudy. So don't ever do a third coat, because that will definitely make it look cloudy. Only stick to 2 coats, but you can kind of take your time a little bit, get right around the edges, and make it nice and pretty. And I think the Revel, I use the professional formula. I have not tried the easy liquids, but I really have always liked the professional formula. When I started, that's all Revel offered. And I'm just a creature of habit. I'm like old school. I just stick with what I like, what I love. And that's how I just don't really need to try anything else. I guess maybe I could try them just for funsies, but I've been happy with the way that the Revel Pro results look. And see how shiny it is? Ooh, that one is shiny. Oh, love it. Okay, so let's do this last nail and we're gonna be done. I'm gonna go, I'll let this dry. Honestly, I do let my nails dry probably about 3 to 4 minutes, just to be extra careful. Because after you do all this work, the last thing you want to do is like mess up your nails. So probably like 3 to 4 minutes, which is still better than waiting on nail polish, you know. And then I'm gonna go wash my hands really good. You know, I got like a little bit of gel there. I can kind of like just kind of like flake it off, you know. And then I'll put some cuticle oil on, and I'll show you the finished result. This hand I'll do right after this, but I just figured I'll go ahead and do one hand and show you what's going on. All right, and we are cleaned up. I just washed my hands, and I am seriously obsessed. I love everything that's purple, and this is like probably, I dare say it, like maybe one of my favorite manis, like maybe my favorite mani ever. It's so cute. The mirror chrome, I love that like extra pop. And if you guys don't have AC 19.8, don't worry, you can get Barbara, which is black, and honestly the chromes are supposed to, like really any chrome really does pop over black, but you can use a dark color. And you know, since I didn't have a black, then I kind of cheated. But you can also chrome over the glitter itself, but you will not, you'll see kind of a little bit of the glitter peeking through. You won't get that really like opaque shine when I was testing it out. So maybe it'll work different for you, but just kind of like when I was testing some swatches, that's what was going on. But I really love this. I hope you guys like it a lot too. And just thanks for hanging out. You guys, I want to say thanks for being here. If you watch this video, if you like it, subscribe. And I'm going to do some more nail looks. I've got the entire mirror chrome collection, and I have some ideas. And I have a few of these Treasure Trove collection colors too. So if you want to see anything in particular, let me know. Leave some comments down below. But otherwise, thanks for being my nail friends, and I love ya. Bye.